Welcome to the Landmark on Main Street's Gene Rimsky Theater, and also to everyone joining us at home on live stream. My name is Amanda Kowalczyk. I'm the Manager of Community Affairs here at the Landmark. Thank you very much for joining us today on this warm day for afternoon tea, or as I'm going to call it today, afternoon water. A little different, but that's okay. We're adapting. We're very pleased to present a new artist to you today. Son Stone is making his Landmark debut, along with accompanying musicians Jeff Brody on bass and Ross Scheintaub on lead guitar. They are here today to present their program, Two Birds to Kill a Stone. They will sing some songs from their new album and talk about the songwriting process. I'd like to extend a heartfelt thank you to our sponsor, the New York State Council on the Arts, and a special thanks to Blake Cafe and Bakery on Main Street, who have been kind enough to donate cookies to us. And now, please give a warm welcome to Son Stone.
Bent like a willow, she bent like a willow. I was strong like an ox. We danced to a waltz on an old music box. For her I'd eat fire, I'd climb any wall. But the higher I got, the farther I'd fall. Top of the bar, and the train gate is down on the far side of town. So wave goodbye to the clown. She knew how to play me, she could ask anything. She gave me sweet loving and promised a ring. But I misunderstood, it was no pledge to wed. The ring held the lions and they hadn't been fed. Now the circus is leaving, there's the trampoline car. The bottles line up on the top of the bar. And the train gate is down on the far side of town. So wave goodbye to the clown. We argued without words, we were bitter as lime. We were trapped center stage in a sad pantomime. She juggled careers, I swam in cocktails. We slept side by side on a bed of sharp nails. Now the circus is leaving, there's the ringmaster's car. The bottles line up on the top of the bar. And the train gate is down on the far side of town. So wave goodbye to the clown. Up on a tightrope with a brass clarinet, blindfold and backwards with no safety net. Many a night she watched as I cried, but I swallowed the sword and I swallowed my pride. Climbed in the cannon, shot high in the air. I begged my dear Lord to end this nightmare. Now the circus is leaving, there's the ringmaster's car. The bottles tip over from the top of the bar. And the train gate is down on the far side of town. And the only one left is the clown. Yes, the only one left is this clown. Okay, can we turn down the volume of the guitar, Sean? So, thanks for letting me know. I really appreciate that. So I do have some notes here. First of all, I want to thank you all for coming. Really appreciate that. Nice hot day, and thanks for everybody online. I want to thank Amanda. I want to thank the Landmark and the New York State Council on the Arts. And I want to thank my mom and dad who are in the audience. That's always special. Before I forget, thanks to Sean, the sound guy. He's doing a great job. Thank you. So we're going to play, yeah, give him applause, absolutely. We're going to play some folk and some blues and some rock and some country today. I write a lot of different styles. All this stuff's original, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the songwriting process. So I write to prompts. I can't like write to a track or hear music and then write. The hardest thing for me is when I look at a blank page and you're trying to figure out what to write about. It's paralyzing. So I came up with this idea that if I prompt myself with a word or a phrase, that's how I write. And I started this club back in 2021 called the 21 Club, and the goal is to write 21 songs a year, which is roughly every 2 weeks. The way it works is I give the group a prompt, and then 2 weeks later we have to turn around. Everybody shows up, about 25 people, and we have to deliver a full song. Since 2021, we've written about 1,400 songs, which is pretty incredible. That last song, the prompt was clowns, carnies, and carnivals. I'm going to bring up Jeff Brody, my partner in crime. There you go, Jeff. While I do that, so this next song, the prompt was fishing, I believe. And about a week and a half had gone by, and I hadn't written anything. I was pretty desperate, and I called my friend Ross over. Ross will be up on stage in a minute. And I said, hey, let's practice. And he came over, and I said, hey, I'll bring in some sushi. We'll eat sushi at my house. He said, no, Ben, I don't eat sushi. I only eat sushi in a restaurant, which is kind of weird. But that was the first line that I said, oh, that's a great first line. She only ate sushi in a restaurant. She slept on a waterbed. She said she was my one and only, but there were other fish up in her head. Well, we met on a pier. She was drinking a beer. She said my tackle box turned her on. I took her and my pole to my fishing hole. She got naked and jumped in my pond. Well, I knew she was trouble. I couldn't cut bait. When I thought about running, it was way too late. She gave me that look and I bit on the hook. She was reeling me in on her line. I took her up north to the state of Ben and Jerry. She loved that jam band sound. She danced like a spinner in clear blue water. I knew she was shaking me down. So we spent all my money on caviar, on pearls and other fine things. I was knee-deep in debt when she pulled up the net. She said, it's time you bought me a ring. Yeah, I knew she was trouble. I couldn't cut bait. When I thought about running, it was way too late. She gave me that look and I bit on the hook. She was reeling me in on her line. We came home from a trip on a big cruise ship. She said, babe, I got one in the oven. It was a master ploy. We had a big baby boy. Now I'm bound to give her all of my loving. Yeah, I knew she was trouble. I couldn't cut bait. When I thought about running, it was way too late. She gave me that look and I bit on the hook. She was reeling me in on her line. She was reeling me in on her line. I'm going to call out Ross Shinetab, who inspired that song. Come on out, Ross. And while Ross is getting set up, I'll talk a little bit about. So those two songs are from the album we just released, which I'll have over there, and it's available online at sun-stone.com. Okay. Former prompts in the club, I'll just tell you a little bit about the songwriting process. Former prompts in the club were things like empty a pocketbook and pick something that spills out of your pocketbook and write about it. Or I'll tell people, open a book and put your finger on a random word or a phrase and write about that. Or pick a title of a movie and write about the title, not the movie, the title. And so these things, that's how these things work. The prompt for the next song was a plea song, P-L-E-A. Typical plea songs are, don't leave, or take me back. And one key to writing a memorable song is to use a unique name, character name. Like the Beatles have Michelle, and Jerry Herman has Hello Dolly, or Irving Berlin had Marie. So I like to twist things up, and I picked a unique name of a coworker that I worked with, and then I wrote a reverse plea. What's a reverse plea, you ask? This is called Don't Take Me Back, Carlene. Glasses. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jeff. Jeff keeps me straight. You know what? I'm going to lower the volume there on that one. Don't take me back, Carlene, don't take me back. There are lots of other men in town to choose, and everyone's a winner when you choose somebody else. But if you take me back, Carlene, we're bound to lose. I saw you on the street today. I turned away as you went by. I must admit, you look so good, it nearly made me cry. Now I rue the day you hurt me, and I made myself this pact. 'Cause I just wanna love you and have you take me back. Don't take me back, Carlene, don't take me back. There are lots of other men in town to choose, and everyone's a winner when you choose somebody else. But if you take me back, Carlene, we're bound to lose. My kitchen was too small for you. My wallet was too tight. My feet were cold, I tossed and turned, it kept you up all night. You told your mother often of the graces that I lack. It's best we're through, I'm wrong for you, but still I want you back. Can I give you my heart to break? Just for old time's sake. Can I give you my heart to break? Just for old time's sake. Don't take me back, Carlene, don't take me back. There are lots of other men in town to choose, and everyone's a winner when you choose somebody else. But if you take me back, Carlene, we're bound to lose. And if you take me back, Carlene, we're bound to lose. Don't take me back, Carlene, we're bound to lose. Ross Shinetab on guitar. Ross is going to step off for a second, then he'll come back on. All right, what do I want to say about this? Oh, yeah. So the prompt, that's going to be on our next album. This is another one from our current album. And the prompt for this was Everything's Broken. And I had been listening to a lot of John Prine. This was probably middle of 2021 after he died. And I was listening to his catalog. And I started to write out his songs by hand, and that's how I really learn about his form and about how he uses wit and humor. And so this song is my homage to John Prine. It's called Nothing Works the Way It Should. And I gotta take my glasses off. Well, I jumped in the water, came out dry, caught an onion on the counter, but I did not cry. I yelled for a ladder 'cause I got too high. That's the last time that I smiled. So I cut off my nose, now my face is content. The cat got my tongue, wrote a note of consent. Can I borrow your ear? Don't know where mine went. I'm waiting on a call of the wild. I can't stand in the hero's shoes where he stood. But me and all the rainbow dreamers wish we could. And every bad idea comes from good. Whoa, nothing works the way it should. There's a flock of sad birds share a single feather. A herd of vegan cows say they won't wear leather. They held up a sign, we're all alone together, freezing in the heat of the sun. It was all you can eat, but I didn't get full. I put the cart before the horse, but it just wouldn't pull. I played the matador, she played the bull. She couldn't walk, but she sure could run. I can't stand in the hero's shoes where he stood. But me and all the John Prine dreamers wish we could. And every bad idea comes from good. Whoa, nothing works the way it should. There's a sheep in wolf's clothes and I'm stuck in a dream with all these horses changing midstream. The jury is out, but the verdict is in. All the sinners are saints and all the saints love sin. So I hit real hard and drew blood from a stone. I was thoroughly lonely, though I wasn't alone. When I'm feeling down, I'm sometimes prone like a kite sprawled on the floor. Yeah, I hit real hard and drew. Now hold on, I'll get it. Here we go. Yeah, I worked that magic until it was habit. But all I could do was pull a hat from a rabbit. She told me she loved me, but we couldn't cohabit. Now my house ain't my home no more. I can't cruise around town like the king of the neighborhood. But me and all the lame duck schemers wish we could. And every bad idea comes from good. Oh, every bad idea comes from good. And nothing works the way it should. Yeah. A lot of words. Okay. That's what live music is. Co-writing is something that I've always been really uncomfortable with because, like, what if your partner doesn't like what you write, or what if they change the words, or what if you don't like the music they write? So it's really been frustrating for me. But on the flip side, if you're stuck, if you're missing a verse, or you're missing a chorus or a bridge, another writer can really help you out of a jam. And I think the best example for me is, if you guys know the song Take It Easy by the Eagles, it was actually written by Jackson Browne, who isn't in the Eagles. And he wrote the first verse and the last verse, but he couldn't finish it. So he climbed up the flight to his upstairs neighbor, Glenn Fry, and he gave him the song, and he said, I don't know what to do with this. And Glenn Fry wrote that amazing middle verse. Well, I'm standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona, such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me. So that's, you got to trust the process. So I now do a lot of co-writing, and in the group, for the last 2 years, I require at least 3 or 4 co-writes of the group a year. So everyone's got to work together. So this one, this is a co-write with my friend Hank Stone. I wrote the lyrics and I sent him the melody. I wrote the lyrics and I couldn't write a melody, so I sent the lyrics to him. And I'm pretty sure that when Hank got the lyrics, he thought I was high when I wrote it. I wasn't. I was sick with COVID, so I had a high fever, but I wasn't high. But you be the judge. It's called Where Is Your Pink Monkey Now? Your medicine balls, I will not throw them. You tilt your head as if to ask me how. You walk away forever distant. Like the past, I know you disavow. And where is your pink monkey now? You lay there on your satin carpet, waiting for me to serve you chow. With your short-cropped, coffee-colored haircut, your turtleneck and disappearing brow. And where is your pink monkey now? Sitting on your throne, it's not easy on your bones and so tiring. Looking for a clown to replace the one you found so uninspiring. You follow me around the neighborhood. You strut so proper like some sacred cow. But those who lay in mud have no respect for you. They knew you when you were just a dirty sow. And where is your pink monkey now? Waking from the nightmares, hoisting you downstairs, my knees buckling. Waiting for a sign, waddling in line like all the ducklings. One white angel bearing presents. 3 dark servants, genuflect and bow. They cautiously approach, their lips puckering. But so much love is more than you allow. And where is your pink monkey now? I've been your first mate and your cabin boy. I've swapped your deck from stern to prow. I know your friend, the one who lays down in the street. You're just like her, both holier than thou. And where is your pink monkey now? Yes, where is your pink monkey now? Oh, where is your pink monkey now? belong. Yeah. So I guess you get to decide. The next prompt that I worked on was prompted to write a love song, because, bless you, every song should really be a love song. Somebody in Nashville said that. So I decided to write a love song. I wrote this for the 12-pound love of my life. Everyone says you're beautiful. Everyone loves your hair. Everyone wants to touch you and walk with you everywhere. But it's me, I get to be with you. It's me, I make you strong. And it's me who will take care of you. And it's to me that you belong, you belong. Everyone says you're adorable. When you walk in, they cheer. They get down on their knees for you. They want to touch your ears. But it's me, I get to be with you. It's me, I make you strong. And it's me who will take care of you. And it's to me that you belong, you belong. Well, I've got you by the collar. I'll follow you all day. I'll put a chip inside you so I can track you if you run away, 'cause you belong. So many friends to talk to when you're walking in the street. And they all want to smell you 'cause they know that you're so sweet. But it's me, I get to be with you. It's me, I'll make you strong. And it's me who will take care of you. And it's to me that you belong, you belong. Well, it's me who gets to be with you. And it's me that you belong, you belong. And it's me who will take care of you. And it's to me that you belong, you belong. Say again? Breed. She's a Malshipoo, which I don't know how they get 3 dogs to get together, but that's, whatever. All right. Thank you for getting the lyric. I appreciate that. It's tough up here. All right, so I'm going to do another co-write, this time with one of my sons, but first, yeah, I'm going to do, yeah. But first, I want to tell you a little story about my friend Jesse Harris. You probably don't know the name. I know Jesse from college, and all of his songs have double entendre, and I love them. He wrote a song in college called "Being Inside." You know, go figure. And his big breakout was when he met Norah Jones, and Norah Jones cut 5 of his songs, and then he won the Grammy with Norah Jones. So amazing. One of the songs on that album is called "I've Got to See You Again." It's a beautiful piano song. She sings it. It's gorgeous. When you read the lyrics and you know Jesse, it's about a guy who's infatuated with a lap dancer. So I love the way he writes. The one he won the Grammy for is just the most beautiful song ever. It's called "Don't Know Why," and there are 2 amazing things about that song. "Don't Know Why." First of all, it descends. It's one of the few 5 or 6 songs that I've ever heard that descend every note in the scale. I waited till I saw the sun. I don't know why I didn't come. You guys have heard the song, right? It's a beautiful song, and you don't really know that it descends every song in the scale until you start playing it and you're learning. You're like, oh my God, he's going straight down the scale. So I've always wanted to do that. And then the second reason I love the song is because, of course, it's typical Jesse. It's got double entendre. I'll just read you the lyrics. This won the Grammy, by the way. I waited till I saw the sun. I don't know why I didn't come. I left you by the house of fun. I don't know why I didn't come. Okay, if it doesn't mean anything to you, there you go. But so this song prompt was about seduction, and I had written the tune many months before, and the tune goes like this. I was trying to get that descending scale. So you see it goes down and around. But I didn't have lyrics for it, and I was talking to my middle son, Jordan, and he had written some lyrics and sent them over to me, and we worked on them, and it was like fit right in. And so this song is a co-write with my son. It's called Breathe Me In. Of course, it does have a little double entendre. I get jealous, I get green, you get fiery, you get mean. I say you're paranoid, you got issues I avoid. You grind me up and break me down, you pick me up and roll me round. My passion packed so tight, come and breathe me in tonight. Crack the window, pull me close, and hold your breath until you choke. Hit the light and hold me tight and breathe me in like smoke. Let me help you with the pain, calm your thoughts and slow the train. Let's get happy, let's get deep. Rock your baby till you sleep. You say my love, it makes you sick, but I know, babe, you love the kick. Let me be your medicine. Come and breathe me in again. Crack the window, pull me close, and hold your breath until you choke. Hit the light and hold me tight and breathe me in like smoke. I can't recall when we first met. My memory is misty. I still remember when you kissed me. Crack the window, pull me close, and hold your breath until you choke. Hit the light and hold me tight and breathe me in like smoke. Sorry, say again? How old is my son? That son was 25 when he sent me that. It was a couple last year. But my other son, I write with all three of my boys, and I'm going to do another co-write. This one, actually, tell you a story. So when my little son was 8 and he went to camp, there's no internet, there's no phone calls. So I sent him away with a bunch of postcards, and he would write on a postcard. He would write a prompt for me, send it back to me, and I'd have a week to turn it around. And he wrote a prompt. He wrote wine, W-I-N-E. That's all he wrote on the card. So I had to write a song about wine, and didn't want to write. I don't know. I wanted to write about the winemaking process, and I wanted to write a little twist because that's how I do things, right? So I wrote it from the grape's perspective. Winemaking from the perspective of the grape. That's right. Okay. It's called Hanging on the Vine. You leave me hanging till the water fills my skin. When I hit the high notes, that's when you take me in. You lay awake at night and dream about my shape. Do you plot out all the details when you and I escape? Now the rain is pouring. You say that's part of your design, and you leave me hanging on the vine. Now the preacher, he wants me pure. He baptized me. And the maker, he wants me sweet. He chaptalized me. Well, the pressure's just too great. I can't take it anymore. I've been kicked and picked and stepped on, and I'm lying on the floor. What did I do for you to treat me so unkind? I wish you'd left me hanging on the vine. talk about my body. You put me on display in a glass cage. You judge me by my color. You value me by my age. Well, I've served your kings and generals, your captains of industry. I've been blamed for your sloth and promiscuity. Look across the landscape out of Tuscany, Adelaide or Alpine, Cape Town or Santiago, from the Alsace to the Rhine, from the summer to the late fall, you will find me hanging on the vine. Ross Shinetab on guitar. I want to call out the very fine bass work that Mr. Jeff Brody is doing. Yes. Well, from a song about wine to a song about bourbon. Why not? So there's a fun story behind this I don't usually tell. I was playing with my friend. This is a co-write with my friend Dan Dahl, and I was over his house playing. There was a fair amount of drinking going on. I'm a rhythm guitarist. I don't play lead, but I guess I had the nerve. I was pretty drunk, and I took a lead. And Dan said, "Hey, Ben, that was great." And I said, "Well, it's 1 part passion, 3 parts alcohol." And Dan said, "Let's write that." So this is called Old Fashioned, and it's a love song about bourbon and bitters. You told me I was repulsive when you met me at the bar. Then you pulled me in and kissed me hard and drove me home in your car. And by the morning you'd forgotten my name and I'd forgotten yours. Then you pushed me out of bed and kicked me out your door. And you asked me for the reasons why, and push comes to shove, well, there's an old-fashioned recipe for our love. You only love me for my guitar playing. I love your southern drawl. Our love is 1 part passion and 3 parts alcohol. Well, it's a wonder we're still together, and it ain't just for the kid. I know you're crazy about me, though you keep your feelings hid. You tell your friends you're gonna leave me, but you're miserable when I'm gone. You're cold as ice in the morning, you're burning hot when you tie one on. And you ask me for the reasons why, and push comes to shove, well, there's an old-fashioned recipe for our love. You only love me for my guitar playing. I love your southern drawl. Our love is 1 part passion and 3 parts alcohol. Take it, Ross. call you from the tour bus and you say, come on home. A day or two together, I get the urge again to roam. I pack my suitcase and guitar and I begin to load. Then you pull me to the bedroom and it's one more for the road. And you ask me for the reasons why, and push comes to shove. Well, there's an old-fashioned recipe for our love. You only love me for my guitar playing. I love your southern drawl. Our love is 1 part passion and 3 parts alcohol. I'm my father's son. You're your mother's daughter. 2 teaspoons of bitters and a splash of water. Little cube of sugar and a teaspoonful of bitters. Compete against each other and we win by being quitters. And you ask me for the reasons why, and push comes to shove. Well, there's an old-fashioned recipe for our love. You only love me for my guitar playing. I love your southern drawl. Our love is 1 part passion and 3 parts alcohol. Our love is 1 part passion and 3 parts alcohol. Our love is... Picture of you guys. You guys take a picture of me.
I think it's a fine-looking crowd out there.
It is. It is. So I want to just tell you that I have come to, I don't know, 20 concerts here. I usually sit up there and I dream about being on this stage. So you all are part of my dream today. Thank you. My dream come true. We're going to do, let's do Billy Hargrave. All right. I'm going to do a new song I just started playing. So most of these songs, these last couple songs, are not on the album. They're pretty new for us, and we're gonna debut a blues track for you. So the story behind this. Gotta get my notes.
We don't remember the story?
Oh yeah. Of course, there you go. So my favorite Johnny Cash song is "Folsom Prison Blues," and in that song, I guess the key line is, I shot a man to watch him. I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. You know that line? It's always bothered me because nobody shoots somebody just to watch them die. There's always a backstory. So I wrote the backstory. And I named the character Billy Hargrave. That's the guy he shoots. As a songwriter, I get to do that. So this is the Ballad of Billy Hargrave. Went a little faster, right? My name is Billy Hargrave. I've been a con man all my life. Worked my trade with words, never used no gun or knife. And I played a mark in Tulsa with my sweetheart in a bar. Then we drove off towards the sunset in his brand new car. We drove to Amarillo and stayed there for a day. Sold the car for cash and hopped the train for Santa Fe, 'cause I had a premonition. I felt each hair upon my neck. Like I was playing Texas Hold'em against a loaded deck. By the time we reached Las Vegas, we was out of cash again. My sweetheart left with some high roller. I didn't feel no pain, and I worked the tat on some poor fool. He come from Kingsland town. Yeah, I took up all his money, and I beat on down. This morning up in Reno, with the rising of the sun, a man dressed in all black clothes, he met me with a gun, and he pulled the trigger slowly. I didn't need to ask him why. He just stood there as the sun rose, and he watched me die. Well, he just stood there as the sun rose, and he watched me die. Yes, he just stood there as the sun rose, and he watched me die. Thank you. We're basically just debuting that. We got one more for you tonight, and then I have things I gotta say, right? Definitely got things I gotta say. All right, once again I want to thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. It's a hot day. It's hot in here, and thank you. Give applause to yourselves. Thank you to Amanda, and again to the Landmark Theater and the New York State Council for the Arts. Thank you to Sean on the sound. I do have a merch table, and sun-stone.com. You can go there, sun.com. You can find my stuff. If you don't have a CD player, most people don't. I have download cards. We're gonna do a country song now, and the story behind this. I'm so glad my friend Toby Tobias is in the audience. Hi, Toby. Great songwriter and song leader on Long Island. And Toby drove around the country in his truck singing, and he called me. He was in Colorado, somewhere in the middle of Colorado, and his truck broke down. I said, where the heck are you, Toby? And I look at the map, and there's all these cool towns around there. So I wrote this after Toby told me he was stuck in Colorado. It's called Barstow. It's about a truck driver who's driving from Colorado to Barstow, California. Well, the band is all packed up now. They're headed for their next show. And the 3 girls I bought a round for left an hour and a half ago. And my mind's a little dull now. That happens after beer. And I probably shouldn't drive now, so I guess I'll just sit here. Is it wrong to sit alone at the bar at closing time. Well, there's no victim in this bar stool, so I say there's no crime. I've been on the road for weeks now, through the desert and the snow, through the mountains of Colorado, with only Christian radio. From Meeker down to Rifle, in the cab of a Peterbilt, the hum of a Cummins diesel, from gypsum on back to silt. Is it wrong to sit alone at the bar at closing time? Well, there's no victim in this bar stool, so I say there's no crime. I'm off for Barstow in the morning, Santa Fe and Albuquerque. I'll take my time as I roll through Flagstaff, got no sweetheart waiting on me. And it makes me feel so dirty, keep looking at the clock. I ain't searching for no soulmate, all I wanna do is talk. Is it wrong to sit alone at the bar at closing time? Well, there's a lonely man in this bar stool, and I say it's a crime. Ross Shontaub, Jeff Brody, I am Sunstone. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. And thank you, Amanda. I think that's our program. All right. Thank you so much.
And a big hand for Ben Diamond, Mr. Sunstone himself.
Thank you again. I'll be at the merch table in just a few minutes. Let me just put my guitar down. Thanks.